So Xiao is rerunning right now, and if you're like me who forgot you even have a Xiao, or you just got a Xiao, and you want to build him because you've seen all these Xiao showcases, and you want to be like them, but don't know where to start on how to build him, don't worry, let's build him together. So the first thing to do, of course, is his ascent materials. He uses the Primo Geo V-Shop monster, which is in leeway. Now this monster may look like your normal average B boss, but if you read somewhere on how to beat it easily, you actually just use a shield and use it when it's using its Godzilla monster drill thingy, and it will take off like a massive chunk of it. Essentially, you just rinse and repeat this until you get him to the level that you want him to be. And you will also need some Jinshin flowers for farm. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, and I have provided a route here on screen. Next, we have his talent requirements, which is a guide to prosperity and some slime concentrates. His weekly boss is child, specifically his butt plug looking thing. Now let's move on to the fun part, which is his artifacts. Here are the stats you should be striving for, which is animal damage on the goblet, attack on the hourglass, crit on the crown thingy. So for our artifacts, he's actually quite flexible, so I'll order them from best to worst. First is the outside of the chasm artifact, specifically the purple one. This will give Xiao an attack boost when he's using his burst, and if Xiao loses health, which happens during burst, it will stack more attack until 4 times, which is great. Now let's move on to the next artifact set, is the Kajna suit artifact, which is in the middle of the desert. This artifact is great because it increases animal damage bonus, and it will increase plunge damage by 40%, which is what you want, but you have to hit a charge attack first, which means you need to charge attack before you say showtime. Next artifact set is a Xiao artifact as old as time, which is 2 set of Fifi and 2 set of artifact that has attack percent, 2 set passive, like Gladiator, the Yoimiya artifact, which is the generic artifact with animal damage bonus and attack bonus. Next is, last but not least, is actually a new contender to the Xiao artifact list, which is Mare Chose Hunter. I don't know how to pronounce that, Mare Chose. Why this artifact set is viable for Xiao? It's actually because when HP increases or decreases, it will increase the crit rate until 36%. That's 36% free crit rate when you're using your burst, which is not bad. So these are all the viable artifacts. You can choose maybe which domain you want, but I'd say the best is still the first one. Now let's move on to the weapons. First, let's have his signature weapon on here, which is Primordial Jade Winged Spear, which we don't need to explain, but I will explain anyways. His spear stacks attack on hit with a max of 7 stacks, and when you get to 7 stacks, it will increase it even more by 12%. On top of that, it has a substat of crit rate, which fixes the problem that Child has. I know we're talking about Xiao, but it's just a funny joke. Next is the legendary weapon for pole arm users everywhere, which is Staff of Homa. This weapon adds attack based on your character's match HP, and it also adds max HP too. So, you know, you can be a little bit tanky, but still his signature is still better. Next, we have a 4-star weapon called Deathmatch. This is a BP weapon, so you need to buy the BP first if you're, maybe you want to buy the BP. I don't know, man. And now we have the F2P weapons. We have Black Cliff Pole from the Wish Shop thingy, and the Catch. Now I know the Catch might not sound good in Xiao because I don't think anybody uses it on Xiao, but hear me out. It adds energy recharge, which is something Xiao needs for his burst because he's a very burst reliant character, and the passive is increasing burst damage and crit rate, which is optimal for him, right? Am I right? And you can upgrade this weapon by just fishing in an Azuma. How great is that? You don't need to wish. Now let's go to his team comps. For the people who pulled Shen Yun on the last banner, you're in luck because Xiao works well with her. So the premium team, which is the Anemo Mono team containing Xiao, Jin, Shen Yun, and Faruzan. Jin is a great battery and adds some extra healing. Shen Yun is great for the extra plunge attack damage, and Faruzan actually increases the extra Anemo damage and Anemo shred. So I think for a must-have support for Xiao is Faruzan. Faruzan is really good for any Anemo main DPSs like Hazel and Wanderer. And Xiao works well too. But maybe you don't have like Jin or Shen Yun, so you can swap them with either Furina, or you can go to double Geo team using Zhongli and Albedo if you have them. Now for the F2P team, which is the 4-star teams, we have Xiao, Xiangling, Lynette, and Bennett. Xiangling and Bennett will increases the pyro resonance that your team have, because 2 pyro will increase the whole team's attack like 20%, and Lynette will be acting as a battery. And now with all of that said, I think you're set to build your Xiao. So build him today and witness his super ultimate plunging attack Anemo damage. And I hope you like this video. If you do, check out my other content, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.